Some of you beat your partners. Some of you abuse your children. This is not okay. These are the acts of the flesh. And God does not condone the acts of the flesh. Selfish ambition, when it's about you and what you want to do. No one can tell you otherwise. You don't compromise. It's all about you. You need to control. You know what I like is that it started with and witchcraft, and then it expresses the many ways witchcraft comes and expresses itself as through the flesh. Witchcraft will express itself through hatred, through constant discord, jealousy, fits of rage, selfish ambition, dissension, fractions. Where when you see people get along, it bothers you. You prefer it where there is conflict and fights and people are breaking up and, there's confusion and yelling and people are not friends anymore wherever you enter the situation and you're causing dissension. These are the manifestations of witchcraft. This is it. Selfish ambition. No one else is considered except your plans, how you see things. No discussions. You've said what you've said, and that's it. And many husbands are that way. So are many boyfriends and fiancés when it comes to their female partners. You say it, that's it. She doesn't even get to, contribute what she discerns about the situation. It's we're doing this, that's it. No consideration even for the children. No family meeting to say, this is what I believe God is saying to me. I wanted to hear what you guys also say. How will we work together to get to the goal? And I believe this is the vision. Many of you will find that your wives have spiritual wisdom and intelligence and quotient that can see the pitfalls in what you want to do and can make the operation work actually quite smooth. And even your children, God has given them wisdom and skills to make a contribution. But if you feel like no one can tell you anything, you're the one with the penis and the testicles, and so you get the final say. That's why many of you end up frustrated, and then how God deals with you by making the whole thing fail. And then you're too embarrassed to say to your wives, I should have listened to what you say. Let's grow up, guys. Let's grow up. The thing about the fruits of the flesh is that they keep you an infant. You don't grow. You don't mature. They keep you a child. And it's one thing for a 1-year-old all to maybe, I'd say maybe 21, for us to make exceptions for why you do some of the things you do. But at some point, people's tolerance of this kind of behavior and outbursts and expressions get to be quite frustrating, because there's a point where you stop being a child and become an adult. And we have many people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s behaving like this. But you're a child of God. We need to get serious. We need to get serious. And envy, drunkenness, orgies, and the likes. This is when a group of people get together and everybody starts having sex with everybody else. People don't know where people have been. People don't care that people come with certain demons inside of them, diseases inside of them. People come with trauma, and all of these things are locked up in the soul. They're not going to show up as they are. And then you walk away from sex parties and sex orgies. Your life is not the same. And we have married partners who indulge in such things while their partners are at home and they go and infect them. Dr. V, I heard of a woman who found that she had 12 different STIs and she's been faithful to her husband. 12 different kinds of STIs. And she's been faithful in the marriage. We need to stop. We need to stop. But the fruits of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance. Forbearance meaning patience, to be able to endure hardships. And I want to say about, while I'm on the word forbearance, this is a fruit that I would say every single man should work very hard and ask the Holy Spirit to put them in situations and circumstances so that forbearance is produced, and that fruit gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until it's fortified character. Forbearance. It is important that a man is able to endure and able to carry adversity. You feel like because I have a penis and testicles and male testosterone, I am fit to run a house. No, you need more than that. You've got people to take care of and people relying on you to sort problems, to solve problems. You need forbearance. And the reason we see a generation of men who are very, very weak, is because they don't understand the importance of forbearance. And this is a gift that you get from God, to be able to endure through circumstances. Instead, we have a bunch of boys who learned very on to escape. To escape. This is why when life doesn't work out the way they expect it to, or they don't get what they believe they deserve, they become very angry. They become very angry and very abusive. Some of you may not lay hands on your partners, but the things you say are terrible. Are terrible. And I'm not saying physical violence is better than verbal and emotional abuse or psychological abuse, but you punch somebody on the arm, the bruise fades, but words, you're traumatizing someone to the point where it'll be very hard to get back to the way things were without hard work. Words are very difficult to take back. And because you have outbursts of anger, you have no forbearance, because all you've learned is to escape to porn, escape to majita, escape to chisanyama, escape to weed, escape to alcohol. You don't forbear the things that you need to be strong about, and be sober and diligently withstand, knowing that the challenges of life are producing strength and character in you. I don't know how you think you're going to, with spiritual wisdom and holiness and godly strength, manage a household. You will have to resort to witchcraft, where you bully, manipulate, and control. And that's not God's will for any family, any man.